More jobs in America are started by small businesses than any other, and so what can be done to help small businesses grow, especially those who are African American? There are 1.9 million black-owned businesses in America. Black women own 1.1 million of those businesses. In the last 6 years, though, we've seen them hit very hard because of the tough economy, and so what can be done when it comes to lending, providing loans of credit to get them not only to start businesses, but also to build capacity and grow those businesses. Right now, we'll chat with the head of the SBA, Maria Contreras-Sweet, who is the administrator. She's back on News 1 Now. How you doing?
Hi, good to see you, Roland.
All right, so last time we met, you had just got in and you saw these horrible numbers when it came to lending. You had $23 billion lended that went out to small businesses in 2013. African Americans got about $385 million of that. You made a lot of different changes, and so give us an update.
Well, that's it. You know, we've got to push. We have to continue to push. While the numbers are showing, you know, an uptick from 2002 to now, African American women business owners have expanded by 66%. But the SBA needs to be there more for them. And so one of the things that we're doing is we launched a program called Link. And what it does is, what we saw was that on one side of our website, people were checking in to learn about where to access capital. On the other side, we had a list of SBA lenders who were wanting to put out capital. So some people go to Match.com for a date. We wanted to connect them for a date with their lender, with the banker. And so that's already holding some promise. But we wanted to continue to promote it to get a higher utilization rate. So it's called Link, C, spelled with C for capital.
All right, so exactly, so how does it work? And so do I have to already have a business, or I'm looking to start a business? How does Link work?
So presumably you have a business and you're trying to finance it. And so what you do is you answer 20 simple questions. There's an optional 21 question. And then a banker at the other end, across the country, bankers are looking at it, particularly in your region, so they see the zip code, and then they can respond and say, yes, I'm interested in that. Normally they respond within 48 hours. And it's instead of having to knock on the door, make calls, wait for 3 months for a slow maybe from a banker, this way you can get on, and in 48 hours people say, yes, I'm interested, come on in, let's do the work. And so it's just facilitating, it's streamlining. We've got to get smarter about the systems that we use. So that's a program that we're really heartened about. But during this month, Women's History Month, what I really want to push also is we have a 5% goal, contracting goal for women. That's congressionally mandated, and the U.S. has not met that goal yet.
Not when you say a 5% mandated goal contracting, what kind of contracts are we talking about?
So the federal government is the largest procurer in the world, and we have an overall 23% goal with small businesses. Of that 23%, 5% is dedicated to women. And we need particularly more...
Of all federal contracts?
All federal contracts,
okay.
Yes. And we need to make that number. We have been at, we have, a goal of 5%, and we've been at 4.6 for some time. And I'm just trying to get to the 5% goal. So I'm trying to do a push to say, if you are a woman, minority-owned woman of a business, come into the SBA to learn about how to get certified as a woman-owned business so that you get some preferred consideration when we're putting out contracts for anything from the Department of Energy, Defense, Education, Health, all of it. We have goals for women-owned businesses.
Well, what is that certification process? I mean, how long does that take?
It depends. You know, usually it's the other side. Usually it's people getting their documentation together. They have to show us their financials. We have to get a sense that it truly is a minority-owned business or a women-owned business. And so, but it's a process, but we can take them through it. And if you come in with your paperwork, if you're interested in learning more, you can go to our counseling centers, the Small Business Development Centers, or to our 68 district offices, SCORE offices. So just go to SBA.gov to learn about how to become a woman-owned certified business to do business with the federal government.
We've seen, so if somebody's listening right now, they're watching right now, are there caps in terms of what SBA backed loans?
We, lamentably we do. We are there for the small business person.
And define small.
So, and I know it sounds really complicated, Roland, I'm sorry to do this, but it depends on the industry that you're in.
Okay.
If you're in a law firm, small is going to be defined differently than if you're a shipbuilder. So we have different categories. But if you come in, and normally if you have 50 employees or less, in most industries, and some it goes up to 200. So it varies, but you get a sense if you're a small business or not. You're running a corporation.
So is it based upon employees or company revenue?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. So we say 50 employees, $200 million in revenue. That's kind of average, but again, you have to come in and we have to understand what industry you're in. But if you come in and you get certified to be a women-owned business, we can do set-asides in some instances. We can give you priority consideration in some. And for the first time, I was able to go to Congress and ask for sole source authority. And this is a huge development because it means that if a woman is uniquely qualified, we don't have to put her through a competition. We can just give her the contract. And that should help us. I'm hoping that that's a tool that helps us get to our 5% goal.
All right, then. So folks who want to check out Link, where do they go? They
go to SBA.gov, and they'll see the link, hot link, no pun intended, and then they'll get there. But I want, particularly women, obviously everybody, but particularly right now, we're really pushing during Women's History Month, a call to women to engage and let SBA.gov. Some people have a rich uncle, and at SBA they have Uncle Sam.
Well, I'll tell you what, about 80% of our audience are black women, so I'm certainly know that appeals to their ears right now. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.